It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast. You know, on Saturdays, we play fun music and we feature great information at 993thevine.com with me, Big Rick Stewart, and music from my time at Live 105 and at KFOG. We also mix in some stories that I find kind of interesting, whether it's local music or food or tech or just kind of some cool things I think you ought to know about. It's always lots of fun. Fun music and great information happens every Saturday at 993thevine.com. And the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast features great information like this. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information. I'm Big Rick Stewart. All right, you like having cool bicycles. The folks at State Bicycles, they always come up with these cool collaborations. And their latest is for Beatles fans. Abbey Road and Yellow Submarine bicycles. State Bicycles have been having collaborations for quite a while now, and they're always kind of limited, and they're always kind of affordable and pretty cool. The Beatles Abbey Road bicycle, it's kind of a around-the-town cruiser. It's got a rear rack if you want to carry something in the back, and it's got drop handlebars, kind of traditional in that way. And it looks great with 4 white stripes. What would that be all about? Well, of course, remember the cover of Abbey Road as the Beatles cross the road. Well, just like that intersection, they've got 4 white stripes. It's kind of subdued. It's kind of subtle. I like it a lot. Not quite as subtle is the other bike, the Yellow Submarine Clunker, they call it. It's only $450. It looks awesome. It's got some higher upright handlebars. It's got bright red grips and seat. It's got some yellow and blues and lots of color and lots of graphics and more, and big fat comfy tires. Looks like a good cruiser bike for going around to have some lunch or a cup of coffee, and everybody will say, whoa, a Yellow Submarine bicycle. That is so awesome. They say the clunker will fit 5'5" to 6'3" folks, and you know, it's got like 1 gear and you pedal around and it's all good. Now, if you already have a bicycle or you want to get something matching, State Bicycle also has Yellow Submarine jerseys and shirts and more, and also just some Beatles gear, and it's all probably super limited. And none of it has outrageous price tags, which is kind of cool to see. I might pick one up myself, just to let you know. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information with me, Big Rick Stewart. We like to hang out here every Saturday and have some fun and pass on some thoughts and opinions and ideas. And how about this for a crazy headline? This is from Spencer Ante. Don't know who it is, but I'm just giving this person credit over at Fast Company. And here's the headline: Why Taylor Swift is the new Grateful Dead and what it means for the future of live entertainment. All right, I know you're skeptical. You're saying, oh, come on, how could that possibly be? But hold on a second now. He actually makes some really good points as he took his family to see a Taylor Swift show. Both artists, Taylor and the Grateful Dead, got their start in the country bluegrass scene very early on. Taylor Swift, like the Grateful Dead, singer-songwriter based. Also, both artists went from being very small and, you know, a group that would just kind of play around a little bit to massive success. Grateful Dead lasting forever and Taylor Swift doing pretty good, right? Now, they both have their own dedicated followers. Of course, the Grateful Dead have the Deadheads and Taylor Swift have the Swifties. And what did they have in common? Well, they're manic fans for their favorite bands, and they also actually travel to see them. So lots of people would go see multiple Grateful Dead shows in multiple cities and just travel around. Some actually wouldn't even go to the show. They would just kind of hang out with each other in the parking lots or, you know, wherever the venue was. And it was kind of a whole family and a community thing. Same thing is happening for Taylor Swift and her fans, the Swifties. And both were involved in kind of merchandising, but among themselves, making their own crafts and t-shirts and artwork and more, and exchanging it and selling it to each other as this kind of organic fan base. Taylor Swift and the Grateful Dead, fans are very similar in their own unique ways, even if the artists are not. Hey, now what if Taylor Swift covered a Grateful Dead song? That would be pretty cool, I think. All right, I'm Big Rick Stewart. She could bring them all together. Thanks for hanging out with me today. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information right here at 993thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information. We do this every Saturday here on The Vine. General Motors has announced they will continue to make ICE vehicles. That would be internal combustion engine. And this time they're specifically talking about their heavy-duty pickups. So if, you have horses or you haul stuff around or trailers or landscaping or in the wine industry, you just need I need a big old truck. I don't need to plug it in. I just need a big old truck. You can still get new Chevy trucks. And I think all the other manufacturers have announced this as well. But Chevy is announcing $1 billion in funding for their Flint, Michigan facilities as they kind of ramp up to get a bunch of new trucks going. And that's good news for kind of everybody. Yes, they have electric trucks on the way and they have a pretty big range, but they're also going to update and continue to develop their heavy-duty trucks as well. Good news for all you heavy-duty truck fans from General Motors. And like I said, everybody else as well pretty much involved in continuing the ICE production. I could use a glass of iced tea right now myself. Hey, it's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Thanks for tuning in. Fun music and great information here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information here at 993thevine.com. Recipe time. Are you ready? We're going to talk a little bit about bacon. Oh, bacon. Love it. All right, now not bacon in a pan. Okay, that's all good. Bacon in a microwave. All right, that's a good trick too if you microwave your bacon. This is roasted bacon. And according to website The Kitchen, this was kind of originally, at least came to fame from a San Francisco restaurant called Sweet Maple. And it is called Millionaire's Bacon. And the reason it doesn't cost $1 million, but it's something that is very decadent, luxurious, and it's delicious. So what is Millionaire's Bacon? It is baking sugar-coated bacon until it's glazed and candied. And it's absolutely delicious. And it got its start in San Francisco. So you slice pork belly extra thick, or you just get super extra thick center cut bacon. Sprinkle it with brown sugar, some spicy peppers to your liking. Kind of turns into like a jerky-like chew, and everyone will absolutely love it. It's totally delicious. Some tips are to line your sheet pan because things are going to get kind of sticky and more. Toss the bacon with a sugar spice mixture and then cool the bacon to set the glaze. You can possibly let it sit there a little bit longer. It's all good. It's absolutely delicious. It takes a little bit of work, but it's going to be definitely worth it. You will blow minds with Millionaire Bacon. So look up the recipe on The Kitchen or anywhere else and give this Millionaire's Bacon a try. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Every Saturday, fun music and great information right here at 993thevine.com. Hey, it's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information. I'm Big Rick Stewart. All right, let's see our first of the year kind of a checkoff sheet here. Where are we? Bottle Rock happened. What's next on the list? Well, there's a lot of things, but Porchfest is coming up at the end of July. Porchfest is so awesome. It's so much fun. They close off a whole bunch of downtown Napa and you get to walk around and see your friends and your buddies and bring your kids and bicycles, and there's just a ton of music on the porch. But they couldn't do it without volunteers. So napaporchfest.org/volunteers is where you can go and get ready to volunteer and help them out. Now, it's not an all-day thing. Volunteers are needed for 2 to 2.5 hour long shifts between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. on the day of the event. So if you're going to go anyway, I'm just saying, why not volunteer and, help make the event happen and be better. And they're going to, tell you what to do and where to go and how this whole thing works. It's really awesome. You get a t-shirt. You get to have like a good feeling in your heart and a free t-shirt. Isn't that good enough? All right. Go sign up and volunteer and get ready for Porchfest, because as they say, this event wouldn't happen without our volunteers. Come and join a great group of people as we welcome our neighbors to Napa Porchfest. napaporchfest.org for more information. Hey, I'll see you there. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information. We do this every Saturday. I'm Big Rick Stewart. Thanks for tuning in. Need a good drink for the hot weather, right? Now, you probably have some red wine sitting around, but you're thinking like, I don't know, red wine in the summertime, maybe it doesn't work. How can I make something with it? Well, you could do some sangria, but that's kind of involved. How about something super simple that owes its origins to festival goers in Spain? Or so this is the legend. This is what they say. At some point, at some festival in Spain, some crazy kids, of legal drinking age, of course, had the idea to combine what they had in one cooler with a bottle from somewhere else. And that would be red wine and Coca-Cola. Not Diet Coke. I mean, the full-on sugary Diet Coke. Pretty simple to make, and of course you can, alter this as you like, but this is the drink, and the drink has a Spanish name, Calimocho. There's different pronunciations out there on the web. So you need some ice, and you need equal parts of red wine and Coca-Cola. Guess what? You combine everything, and you stir it up just a little bit to combine. You don't shake it, you don't stir it too much, then the Coca-Cola goes flat, and that's not really what you're looking for. And then you end up with this cold, cool, delicious, sweet, red wine, cola-flavored drink. Now, people on the internet say, I think they either love it or they hate it. Kind of nobody is halfway on this, but I'm willing to give it a try. Maybe not on your expensive bottles of Napa red wine. Maybe something a little more affordable, at least to start out with. Give it a try and let me know what you think. Thank you, Spanish festival goers, for this good idea for a summertime drink. Give yourself a try for the Calimocho and see what you think. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information here at 993thevine.com. Over at Lifehacker, they got my attention with this headline. The wine float is the frozen cocktail of the summer. I don't know if there was a vote on this or anything, but okay, I read this article and I'm going to say, okay, let's give this one a try. Dropping a scoop of ice cream into wine is a move some might call questionable, they say. But they gave it a try. And the author says, I was more than ready to be grossed out by a wine float, but not too bad. Assembling this float is pretty simple. You start by pouring a full glass of wine, about 5 ounces or so, add a scoop of ice cream and a splash of seltzer, club soda, whatever, over the ice cream mixture. It's going to kind of bubble and fizz and melt a little bit, and it's going to be kind of ice creamy and delicious and milkshakey, but not quite, as the ice cream stays intact, and you're going to sip away and love everything. So what wine to use? Well, of course, that's going to flavor your wine float pretty immensely. You could try something light and sweet and make it kind of more of a dessert. If not, the article says they used Mark West Pinot Noir for their wine float. The combination of their delicious aromas of black cherry, strawberry, and plum went with the ice cream well, and they used vanilla bean gelato. It sounds pretty good to me. I would give it a try. I would probably go more for the Pinot Noir style, but I don't know. You try whatever you like on your summer 2023 wine float. There you go. Everybody chill. It's Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 993thevine.com. Well, those are some stories that I have featured on the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Tune in at 8 a.m. every Saturday at 993thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart here. Music from my days at Live 105 and KFOG, some current songs, lots of surprises, and more. It's always lots of fun. We have a 10 at 10, a Beatles brunch at noon. It happens all day. The Wine Country Saturday soundtrack and the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack podcast. Tell your friends, and thanks for listening to this podcast, and thanks for checking out 993thevine.com.